On this episode of Travelogue, we're heading to Sanya, China's #1 tropical island resort. We're going to be diving with the fish, doing some extreme rock climbing at Yanoda, getting up to all sorts of shenanigans on Monkey Island, meeting some sucker fish, and getting cultural at the Nanshan Buddhist Culture Park. As well as lots of other fun stuff. Action-packed. Time to pack that sunscreen, hop into your favourite boardies or bikini, get ready to tan your body and refresh your mind. Destination, Sanya, for some sea, sand and culture.
Hi, I'm Mark Edwards. Welcome to Travelogue and welcome to Sanya, this tropical paradise off the south coast of China on the island of Hainan. We've got clear blue waters, soft white sand and weather much like this all year round. But just in case you're thinking it's just going to be about getting a tan, there's plenty more things to do here as well. So, in case it's raining where you are, snowing where you are, or even just a little bit cold, hopefully we'll get to warm you up a bit over the next half an hour.
Sanya is undoubtedly one of China's most developed tourist meccas. It announced its refurbished arrival on the world scene when it hosted the Miss World pageants in 2003, 2004 and 2005, and its burgeoning reputation has continued to flourish ever since. Located on the southern tip of the island of Hainan, or China's Hawaii as it is sometimes known, here the pearl-white beaches and swaying palm trees proclaim that this is China's tropical paradise. It's a far cry from its Tang dynasty roots some 1500 years ago, when it was seen as a place of exile where disgraced officials were banished to a fate the rulers in those days saw as marginally better than death. At the time, Hainan was viewed as the end of the world, as it sat on the edge of imperial China. These days, gone are the misbehaving officials and in are the eager tourists. In fact, this rush of tourism has helped propel the industry to such levels that you'll find almost all of the major hotel chains already prevalent here or desperately scrambling for a foothold on and around the city's beaches. The hotels on show here leave no doubt as to Sanya's status as a fully paid up member of the international resort world.
So for most people that come to Sanya, this is what it's all about. If not, it's certainly a huge part. I'm on the private, secluded and beautiful Yalong Bay beach. White sand everywhere. It's about 9 kilometers with hotels door to door. And you know what? It's no wonder that this is Hainan, #1 holiday resort.
There are roughly 40 kilometers or so of coastline dedicated to tourism here, making up the area known as Sanya. In fact, it's split into 3 distinct zones. The beach closest to the bustling city centre is Sanya Bay, probably the least impressive beach with all things considered. Next up is the more attractive Dadong Hai Bay. Situated on the southeast side of Sanya, it's a haven of activities for both the adventurous and the timid. Last, but in no way least, the #1 beach in Hainan can be found 28 kilometres southeast of Sanya city centre. Yalong Bay's crescent-shaped beach is one long strip of clean white sand, bordered by rolling blue waters and luxury hotels. The atmosphere in Sanya, and unsurprisingly within the hotels, is of permanent joviality. It's a holiday destination through and through, where almost everyone is here to wind down, relax, and have a good time. So popular has it become that more tourism-friendly visa regulations apply than compared to China as a whole. For instance, citizens of 21 different countries, including the US, France and the UK, can apply for a visa on arrival at the airport if they did not have time to get one back home. Work getting to you? Can't decide where to get some spur-of-the-moment sun to revitalise? Think no more.
So, we made it to Yanoda. I've been told there's going to be a bit of an adventure today, some hiking, who knows what else. Now, the start of our adventure is actually going to be around lunchtime, where I've been told that we're going to have a rather special little lunch. They do medicated food. I'm not sure if I heard it right, but they medicate the food. So the normal Chinese dishes, but they use all these different flours, such as the betel flour. I don't know if it's going to be good for me, but hopefully it will fill me up before a good hike. Now, got to warn you, make sure you bring yourself some water. I've got my backpack with some water and mosquito repellent. Now, I should have learnt my lesson. If you have a quick look at that. That was yesterday. I didn't learn my lesson. I didn't put any on today. Look at that one. That's just now. So, make sure you bring a lot of this. I'm going to go and grab some of that lunch. See you in a sec. So the food looks absolutely amazing. I'm starving. It's all medicated, as I explained before, so there's special types of herbs and flowers all over it. Nobody else is here yet, but there's no point letting it go cold, so let's see what it's like.
Mark, your food is over here. Come on.
Can I not?
No, let's go.
Laziness generally tends to get a bad rap, but no one usually begrudges you a week lying around on a beach. However, in Sanya, things can get a little bit different. We've headed 42 kilometers northeast of the city to prove to you that there is life beyond the beach here. And it simply has to be lived. Yanoda Rainforest Preserve is your best bet to experience the raw, natural beauty of Hainan's tropical rainforests. You don't just have to be a budding horticulturalist, ornithologist or zoologist to enjoy the delights of Yanoda. There's space for all you adrenaline or adventure junkies as well. Grab a buggy and head up to the waterfalls deep in the Yanoda jungle. They'll equip you with some very trendy slip-proof straw shoes to give you added traction on the slippery rocks. And you'll be supported by a team of professional and at times slightly crazy instructors.
Well, I've got to admit, it was a slightly slow pace to start with, but it's a weird feeling going across. I mean, you're not really, you do feel safe, even though you know that anything can happen. You're not tied to anything. We've got these helmets, but yeah, it is pretty exhilarating. I'm very excited about the next part where the waters are really crashing down and you're just holding on. Gets the blood pumping, really does.
So you might have tried abseiling or whitewater rafting. Now combine elements from both and head uphill or stream rather than down, and you've got yourself this extreme form of rock climbing. It's intense and great fun as an individual or part of a bigger group. Plus, you'll get to take the most natural outdoor shower you'll ever have. If the sheer fun and adventure of the climbing isn't enough, there's an even bigger reward at the top. A traditional Li ethnic minority village. Here you'll come face to face with one of Hainan's original minority groups, whose forefathers are said to have migrated to the island from Fujian some 3,000 years ago. Today, the Li ethnic group number over 1 million people. They spent the majority of history as rice farmers and hunters. When you get to the village, though, you'll find that music is the order of the day, together with some hearty dancing. Like many other ethnic minorities, the Li people are accomplished singers and dancers. The bamboo pole dance is probably the most attractive, most famous, and for some, the hardest to get to grips with. Here, the great thing is, there's no judging of people on their dance skills. Whether you're appalling, or simply look ridiculous doing it. Dancing is hard enough without the added distraction of bamboo sticks flying all over the place. So it's usually better to let the pros show you how it's done. Their dance moves arise mainly from their work in the field, pestling the rice and worshipping ancestors and so on. With free shuttle buses running from Sanya every day, it's almost a sin to miss out on the beautiful landscape and diversity of flora and fauna. There are over 1,400 different types of trees to be found here, as well as a whole plethora of wildlife. Though the day at Yanoda may have been exhausting, those of you with some fuel left in the tank simply have to make the shortest journey from Sanya to Monkey Island. Home to a population of rhesus monkeys, the island is just over 70 kilometres from Sanya and connected by a cable car. Throughout history, this species of monkey has grown used to being in the media spotlight. The rhesus macaque is well known to scientists, owing to its relatively easy upkeep in captivity. The rest of us probably know about them thanks to one of their number, Abel, who was launched on a suborbital spaceflight in the early 50s and became one of the first 2 living creatures to travel in space and return alive. Be sure to get your picture taken with the local in-house models. It's just 4 monkeys earning their keep in front of the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4.
High five! High five! So, if you've got the time, make sure you make it over to Monkey Island. There's over 1,000 types of macaque monkeys here. They do steal your things apparently, so keep your cameras near you. Would take about